podcasts are great. You can glean insights from interesting and cool people from a wide variety of podcasts covering a range of different topics. And everyone seems to be starting a new podcast these days. But while you can learn insights from podcasts, there is one issue, and that is that you can't take notes quickly and efficiently when listening to a podcast. This is where Airr Audio comes in. Airr Audio is a cool new podcast app that allows people to take notes when listening to podcasts. When listening to a podcast, all you have to do is press the quote button. This immediately records the past minute or so of audio, and you can take a quick note so that you can revisit this later on. You can also press and hold the quote button to start recording and adjust where you want your Airr quotes to start from. These notes and recordings can then be shared as audio or in a cool video format to save to your note-taking application such as Roam Research, Notion, or Obsidian. This is the main idea about Airr Audio and what it does to make note-taking when listening to podcasts effortless and seamless. This is the main idea of what Airr is about, and we'll now be exploring this topic deeper. The problem with learning audio form content is that there is not an easy way to take notes. We usually take notes by writing things down. However, how can you do this with audio? Do you use speech-to-text applications for that? And are they actually feasible to download and convert the whole podcast episodes? Or do you have to take notes as you're listening to podcasts? While this may actually be a good thing as you can jot down the key points from podcasts, sometimes you just want a whole chunk of audio and a whole chunk of information so that you can revisit this later on. Also, it is too much of a hassle to pull out your phone, open the Notes app, and start typing information, as that would prevent you from carefully listening to the podcast, or you need to pause it. This is the problem that philosophers have been thinking about for thousands of years. Yeah, there are now cool apps that allow you to listen to information like Audible, Overcast, Speechify, and Castro. But you cannot take proper notes, and this means that you actually cannot remember the information that you've learned or manage your ideas. What Airr offers is a whole new way of listening to podcasts. Instead of just passively listening to podcasts, you can now listen to podcasts while capturing different segments of the podcast and take notes. You can also view the automatically generated transcript for each podcast. This means that you can listen at the same time as read, and thereby improve retention. Another cool feature of Airr is that you can take notes without ever pulling your phone out. Gone are the days where you have to spend 5 seconds taking out your phone, opening the Notes app, and then taking a note. While listening to a podcast, you can either say, "Hey," take an Airr quote, or triple tap your headphone button to say the last 45 seconds of audio, or your own custom length that you can change in the settings. For non-pro AirPods, you can just use the previous track command on the AirPods to save Airr quotes. Airr also has a Readwise integration, which allows you to save Airr quotes to Readwise automatically. Readwise is a service that allows you to collate highlights from articles, Kindle books, and more, and then import them into your note-taking application. This is something that is worth checking out. Airr also allows you to embed Airr quotes using a widget in different note-taking applications such as Notion and Obsidian. All you have to do is add /embed/ after the airr.io link like this. This allows you to copy the code and paste it in websites or apps like this. This makes your Airr quotes actually useful and allow you to review them regularly. Airr also has a RemNote integration that allows you to save notes quickly. This is how Airr quotes allow you to take notes from podcasts, and this makes it a more mindful way of listening to podcasts. I hope this was useful for you, and if you want to learn more about cool productivity apps, habits, tricks, tech, and more, do subscribe to learn more. You can also head on to Sharvenium.com or @Sharvenium on Twitter. See you in the next one.